Sunny Hostin weighs in on Israel. She looks like she's loaded, like she's escaped from rehab. She has an outburst, just a natural one, on Israel because she's from Hollywood, where they only make fun of Israel, saying that they have a tendency to anger.
That there is so much anger on the Israeli side.
But first, thank you guys for joining us right here in Exile. This is where all the happy people are. I'm Doug Tenaple.
For me, I'm not a geopolitical expert or anything like that.
Understatement of the year.
I've said many times my grandfather is Jewish, and so my family has been roiling about this.
Her grandfather is Jewish, but she's a Democrat and she votes against Trump. So she's already voted against, done with her life more against peace in the Middle East than she can do by being the granddaughter of a Jew. In other words, she hates Trump and she will not vote for him. So I don't need to know who your grandfather is, because no one did more for Israel than Trump.
What is terrifying to me also is that there is so much anger on the Israeli side.
Israel are victims in this conflict, okay? So when they're angry, there's so much anger on Israel's side. It is from a defensive position. You have not and you will not bring up the anger of Hamas to attack them. That's what's so weird about this. These people, Hollywood people and liberals, are so screwed up in the head with their weirdo Stockholm syndrome. Happens every time.
Arguably correctly so, because they've never seen this kind of massacre on their land in 50 years. But now you have it.
Sunny's having a real hard time figuring this one out. Liberals are not good at morality. Just don't even bother, guys.
Defense minister that is saying we are going to close the strip and put 2.2 million innocent civilians in the Gaza Strip, and we're going to launch an offensive against those 2.2 million people, half of which are children, providing no food, water, or electricity.
My understanding,
there are losers on both sides of this, and they're civilians.
Both sides of the sea. Here comes the moral equivalence. That's the thing that the left always does. Moral equivalence. They see both sides as perfectly equal. They're both going to lose people. No, one side started this, and that's Hamas. They're called the bad guys. One side were hit by this, and that's Israel. They're the good guys. I know you have a hard time with this because for some reason, the left, even Jews, even descendants of Jews, despise Israel. I can't figure that out. I'm not going to get into your head, but I'm only saying it's consistent. Moral equivalence, where there is no moral equivalence, is consistent by the left.
Why minds much better than mine have tried to figure out a way for peace in the Middle East. I pray.
I thought
if Israel put their weapons down, they would be demolished. They would be vanished. If Hamas put their weapons down, there would be peace in the Middle East. That has always been the case. That goes all the way back. The aggressor is always 100% Hamas.
I thought Jared Kushner was supposed to do it.
Yeah, alleged.
And there's Joy Behar, who is queen of them, going, what about Jared Kushner? Honk, honk, doing a Charles Nelson Riley. Oh. Look at this comedy routine over other people's war. Watch this. What about Jared Kushner? That's Trump's son-in-law, the only one to come close to brokering an actual peace deal in the Middle East, and she's got lots of jokes for that. Wow, Joy, you're a real comedian. Well, this has been some dark territory walking into The View, but I love when they comment on politics, man. It is time to step into some big brown steaming pile of The View covered in flies. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Doug in Exile.